What's up, y'all? It's Bamboo, um, Big Bamboo Silent. Back with some more information. Peace to the ladies, the fellas, ancestors, all that. Today I'm gonna be talking about God, right? Um, we all, you know, talk about God, right? We are told that God is someone that's above us and all this old shit. God is this, God is that. But you have to understand that you are God and God is you. You are the creator of your own reality. You just don't realize it because you don't notice the shit that you're doing. Wherever you say something ain't gonna happen and then it don't happen, that's your God ability being manifested into reality. Right? You say it wasn't gonna happen and it didn't happen. Then you like, man, why ain't God doing nothing for? Because you said, you being God, you said it ain't gonna happen, so that's why that shit didn't happen. You thinking it's another motherfucker in the sky controlling what's going on in your life? Nah, ain't no motherfucker controlling your life but you. You control your life. You are the only one that can say what your life is going to be and what your path is going to be. Nobody else can say that for you. That may be hard to believe, but it's a reality. Only those that have the understanding uh, from a spiritual uh, stance will be able to understand why that's what it is. Because they see that they are creating everything that they speak about or that they think. They're creating that. There's no one else that is creating um, the scenario of their life. There's no one else doing that. It's them doing it. You design your life to be the way you want it to be. You design your life. There's nobody you calling on to help you. You gotta help yourself. Cause it's in the Bible. God say He helped those who help themselves. Okay, so if you gotta help yourself, you gotta start being God. You gotta start behaving like God. You gotta stop looking at yourself as just another human being walking the planet and realize that you are a God in physical form. You are God consciousness in a physical form, a physical vessel, a physical body. This is what you have to realize. That's why I was watching a movie last night called The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. I never seen it before, but the whole scenario of the Golden Child is that he was the chosen one. He was the one that had to, find out what's going on and get the secrets, of the type of world that we in, and he had to go to these spirit realms and understand what's going on and why shit is the way it is. He had to find out the secrets, right? It's the same with you as God. You as God, you have to find out the secrets of the reality. You have to realize they don't teach you all that you need to be taught in school. You have to figure out why they poison our food and inject certain negative bacterial infested particles into the food to kill the natural nutrition of it. You have to figure all this shit out. You may at some point think it's useless and it don't cause any good benefit to your life, but it causes benefit to your life. Because once you figure it out and learn what's going on, this is when you gonna know what to do. And get yourself out your own rut. You know? So, you have people that would turn to another God to be their guider, right? Their provider for them. They pray to him, worship him, give him all the praise, all the acknowledgement. But then, as soon as something happens that's not too positive or too pretty looking, that's when they question him. Man, why would God let that happen? Why would God let that? Right? Why would God allow that to happen? Why would God allow these children to be trafficked? Why would God allow these children to be touched on and be fucked with by grown people at these so-called schools? Why would God allow that to happen? Why is God allowing motherfuckers to be eaten by motherfuckers out here and had a blood drunk by motherfuckers? Why would God allow shit like that to happen? Some sick shit like that. Why would your God allow this shit to happen? Answer that. This world fucked up. We all know that. But why is your God allowing it to happen? Why he ain't stopping it? He got the power. He can stop all this shit, but he ain't done nothing. So since he ain't done nothing, he leaving us to fend for ourselves. But morally, he leaving us or leaving us to suffer. Okay, so even if you are a devoted Christian and you believe in his word, you still suffering because you down here. It don't matter how much you try to be positive and stay on the straight and narrow, you still suffering. Because you in a system that is designed for you to be in a place of survival and not living. Right? You in a mindset of survival. You ain't in the mindset of being free and living your life. You're here to survive. That's the mindset they got you in. Why ain't your God changing all this shit? Why ain't your God trying to change the circumstances? Why he just letting everything run its course? If he your God. Because he may not be the God that you think he is. Some of y'all don't even know that some of the shit in the Bible was taken from us. Some words about loving your neighbor and all that old shit, that came from us. We had shit like that in our books, right? Our books we had of witchcraft books and all that shit, and like the Emerald Tablets of Thought and all that shit. A lot of that shit was in our books. And they went into our books and stole them words and them sayings out of that and incorporated that shit into their Bible. So this is why you say, oh, the Bible got some truth in it. Yeah, because they took the shit from us. Them niggas don't believe that. Them niggas don't believe you should love your neighbor. Them niggas don't give a fuck. They stole that shit. That's why the Bible is one of the biggest hoaxes in the fucking world, on the planet. Because they lying to you and they stealing words. And they ain't gonna give us credit for being the ones that's saying that shit. Say the same shit with them Chinese Buddhist motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that be having them sayings. Man, he took that from us. We was saying that shit. Motherfuckers ain't creating nothing. Right, so this is why we talking about God and the understanding of God. God is you. It's all around you. Some shit you may have created in one of your past lives, but you just don't remember it. Because they don't want you to remember some shit you done. You just gotta realize all the power is in your hands. Your hands like this, your hands, your palm. All the power is in this. But the power of all comes right here. That tongue. The tongue is where the power is. The hands is you making it a reality, physically, making it a physical reality. But the tongue is what gives it the birth. It's what gives it the meaning, the growth. Just by the tongue. Shall you think it, shall you say it? And shall it be what it is? Um, so you have people that don't want to look at themselves as God because they believe that God is a higher force that they can never reach. But you are the force of God. You are God. I told you about Islam or the nation. A real Muslim know what Islam mean and what Allah mean. I self Lord Master. Allah, leg, arm, head. All related to self. All related to self. The Masons even know that. The Masons know what the leg, arm, head mean. They know what that shit mean. Because if you look in the Masonic books, you going to see that. It may not say leg, arm, head. But you going to know that's what it mean by what they showing you from an energy standpoint. They know what that shit mean. That's the true definition of Islam. The true ideology, the true philosophy of Islam and Allah and being a Muslim. Understanding self. I am self, law, and master. I am. I am. Am, right, is like to affirm. I am. That's affirming. Giving confirmation. That's affirming. Self. Everything revolves around self. I am self. I am me. Not the physical, the spirit. I am self. Law. Law meaning I can force wherever I want to within this universe and without this universe. I am self. I am law. What I say goes. I have the upper hand in my reality because I am the creator of my existence. So I am self, law, master. Master in the sense of ascending master. The ascending master is the one that masters all levels, principalities of ascension, from feminine to man, or masculine, whatever you want to call it. That's the master. So that's why when you look in the nation, you have the females and you have the men, and they all together, and it's a commitment to one another that they have based upon respect. You must respect the woman. Then the woman respects the man, for the man being, the one that's standing on his two, standing on 10, on the front line. Okay? So you got the I self law and master, all relating to self. It's relating to you. It ain't got nothing to do with a God outside of you. It's all representing the God in you. You God. So I self law master, it ain't nothing but an affirmation. Right? Allah is acknowledging the God body. Right? Leg, leg, arm, arm, head. Right? So the leg, right, you could say that's the root chakra. Your root, that's the physical plane. The arm, you could say the arm would be a resemblance of a connection between the heart, right? Because you pass through the legs, then you keep going up, you're going to reach the heart, right? So you got the leg, arm, right? Which is representing the center, the heart, right? And then you got head, which is representing the crown chakra, which is the Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy is a divine, universal energy. They say it's feminine. It's a divine energy that exists within the ones that are organic to the land. You have a split in your back so the Kundalini energy can successfully rise to the top of the head, which is what we would call the crown chakra. Right? The serpent, where you have the serpent and then you have the dragon. The serpent, the blue serpent would be the man. The red dragon would be the woman. Going back to the Bible of them talking about the dragon coming down from the heavens to the earth. Right? So the blue serpent would be the man. The red dragon would be the woman. They come together and form the highest form of knowledge in existence. The man off the left hand is logic. Us men, we provide logic. I don't believe there's a masculine energy, because what is a masculine energy? You saying that a masculine energy is separate from woman. Like we our own energy and we go off our own shit. We our own whoop to whoop. Nah. We just logical. We here to be logical and be the man, or be the ones that can assist the woman if she is not aware of what's going on. That's all we are. We just logical beings. A man is the most logical being. This is why when we do wrong, we still be thinking we right, because we logical. Until we know we fucking up and we ain't doing the right shit, we gonna continuously think we doing right when the whole time, nigga, you're doing wrong. We logical beings. That's what we designed to be, logical. That's it. So, that's what it is when you talk about the Kundalini energy. It's a female, then the man providing logic come in and they balance off one another, right? So the serpent on the left hand is balancing off the dragon off the right hand. The dragon on the right hand is bouncing off the serpent off the left hand. That's why they lock together. Now, To understand that, you have to go into what they would call a electrical coil. In order for electrical coil to generate electricity, it has to be wrapped around. It has to wrap itself around, right? Once it wraps itself around, it generates what you would call magnetism. Magnetism is made out of electricity. Magnetism is made from a proton, which is a electrical particle, and then a electron. Electron is another electrical particle. That's the negative, what they would call, and then the proton is the positive electrical particle. Right, so you have the negative and then you have the positive working on the same accord. That's generating the highest form of matter, what they would call plasma or gamma radiation. Because once the energy aligns with each other, it becomes radioactive because it's in sync on both levels. Right? So, and I'm telling you some real shit right now. Right? Pay attention. Right? So, I vote this motherfucker giving the game like motherfucker. So, right, this is why the Kundalini energy looks the way it do. Because it's forming a radioactive life force, right? So this is why you see your Merkaba, you see these shapes, these platonic shapes around the Merkaba, around your aura, meaning because you forming the highest radioactive frequency. Everything is aligned. Right? So that's the Kundalini energy. That's the same sign they have on the emergency card. They show you that's the serpent with the wings. That's the Kundalini, right? Same shit, right? So that's what it is. But when you talking about God and being God, you have to understand that God is not something that you can just see in the physical form. Even if you are God, others won't be able to see it until you do the self work and become God. You got to do some God shit. All these niggas going around saying they God and all this shit, they probably ain't never done no God shit. Most of these niggas is watching spiritual YouTubers and then going off of what they saying and, oh yeah, I'm a God. But you can't say you a God if you ain't done nothing God-like. What have you done that's God-like? What have you done? Oh, you know how to drive a car. A lot of motherfuckers know how to drive. Oh, you got a house. A lot of motherfuckers got a house. That ain't God-like shit. Motherfucker, oh, well, I manifested this. Yeah, okay, you used a little bit of God in you, but what have you done that's real God-like, though? What have you really done? You got to ask yourself that. Because a lot of people don't have an explanation of some God shit that they done did. Because they probably ain't never done no God shit. A lot of people are here on this planet and they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't have no clue of what to do. Some don't know if it was a God or not. Some don't know what they're trying to accomplish. That's why people that Get people that get bored easily and be like, I'm bored and all that. They're not bored. They just don't have nothing within them that gives them motivation. That's all it is. They're not bored. It's too much life to be bored. You go outside and not be bored. You could create something. You go outside and kick a fucking soccer ball. Man, it's a lot of life out there. There's no reason to be bored. It's just people don't have nothing in them to motivate them spiritually, so they just tend to be, what they are. So that's why a lot of people that lack spiritual awareness and guidance within themselves, they always got to go somewhere. They always got to go places. They can't sit in one spot because they don't have no knowing and understanding of who they are and what they trying to be. This is just the truth. The ones that have a mission to do something go through the toughest times because you here to do something. It's easy for a motherfucker ain't here to do nothing, or they just sitting around doing whatever they want to do. It's easy. But a motherfucker that's here to do something gonna go through the worst shit. I deal with a lot of shit on my own accord. A lot of shit. But that's because I'm one of them ones. I'm not a regular nigga walking. So I gotta go through some shit. I can't complain. I gotta stand on my two as a man and be able to accept whatever comes my way and accept the change of what come my way. Cause it's all happening for me, not to me. And it's gonna help me be better, right? The one thing I learned from the universe is that when the universe see that you are passionate and that you are serious about what you're trying to do, that's when the universe is gonna work on your side. But when you know you about to do something that's gonna change your life and make you better as a person and it's gonna help you develop more spiritually, this is when all the bad shit start happening. The bad shit is happening to you so you can get rid of all the bad shit. The bad shit that you used to think about yourself or you used to do is all coming into the light now, and it's going to be damaging for a little while so you could learn not to do that shit again. After you get that on out the way and you take the trash out, now you ain't got nothing to clean. Right? So it's like taking the trash out. If you don't take the trash out and you let that shit sit there, it's gonna be a pile of trash everywhere because you ain't taking it out. So eventually you gonna have to take out that trash so the house don't be stinking. But then you gonna have a full motherfucking trash can with all type of trash because you ain't been taking it out. Right? So it makes more work for you. But if you are willing to notice that the trash needs to be taken out and you do what you have to do, then now a progress is being made. But it's up to you to be like, oh, okay, I don't want this to happen again. I don't want it to be too much trash around. I don't want it to be cluttered with all this trash. It's up to you. Right? So when you about to embark on something that's for your greatest benefit, this is when all the bad shit gonna start coming in to your life. Everything you used to think is gonna start manifesting. Cause it's trying to get out all that bullshit. The universe working on your side. You getting tested with some shit. And you gotta know what's gonna happen. You gotta know what to do. And how to read and learn from it and be like, okay, this is what it is. You know, this is just what it is. You God. I'm God. I done some God shit. I ain't like with me. I ain't got no GED. I ain't never went to college. I never even went to high school. But if you sit and talk with me, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't be like, damn, man. Sure that nigga ain't. I ain't went to no college. I ain't. You ain't. You can't look me up in no schools. Probably kindergarten. But you and I got kicked out of kindergarten. But you can't look me up in no colleges, high schools, none of that. You can't look me up. I'm not gonna be found. I'm self-taught, and I don't say that to be egotistical, but I'm self-taught. You can't teach me what I already know or understand. Right? And the thing about it is, I wasn't allowing myself to be taught certain shit because I didn't want it to make me a slave mentally. So this is why I wasn't consuming the lies of the educational system because these niggas in these schools be lying to these kids, lying, telling them all type of bullshit just to get them to come back to class. And these kids know they being lied to. That's why they don't be giving no fucks. Cause they know they being lied to. Right? But I been knew about the God in me. And this is why my life was so fucking in shambles. And it was weird because I knew the God in me. And I knew I understood a lot of shit. I made a video yesterday talking about being bipolar and psychological issues that we all have. Once you realize that nobody in this world is normal, nobody is normal, nobody is perfect, nobody is on the straight and narrow, you gonna realize how fucked up a lot of people are. Because a lot of people are entitled and they feel they shit don't stink. Right? A lot of people think that they don't do no wrong and that they normal. Right? But that's the thing. Being normal ain't even right. Because being normal mean that you a fucking slave. So you don't want to be normal. You want to be crazy. You want to be a lunatic. You want to be a maniac. You want to be a crazy motherfucker. Because by you being crazy, that means you questioning reality. But see, people don't realize that. People don't even know that. So you don't want to be normal. You want to be crazy. I'm not normal. I'm crazy than the motherfucker. I'm not normal. I know I'm not normal. I don't act like a normal person. Normal shit is corny to me. Like a lot of shit like that motherfuckers be speaking on, it sound like the most corniest shit to me. Motherfuckers talk about paying their taxes. That shit sound corny as fuck. You don't have to do nothing. You want to do it because you think you a regular fucking human. But be sitting around complaining and talk about the system ain't right, saying the system fucked up and they ain't giving people a fair shake, but you sitting around paying taxes. If you don't want to be treated poorly by the system, stop fucking supporting the system. You supporting them and going on their jobs is what's making them strong. When you stop supporting them and making them feel like they are superior, this is when they gonna crash. Cause you feel like you biting the hand that feeds you. But they never gave you a handout. The hand was nothing but fucking a trick to get you from seeing who the fuck whose hand is behind the whole shit. Who behind that veil? Who's behind that suit? That's what it is. You know? And you got a lot of motherfuckers out here like this, you know, and this is why I can read and understand a lot of shit on people, you know, and understand, you know, that a lot of people just they too into themselves, they too entitled, and I don't like entitled people. I don't like people like that. They some of the most corniest motherfuckers, corny as fuck. Think they just perfect, like they the coldest motherfuckers on the planet. Like another motherfucker can't do what they do, or do it better. I don't like people like that. Yeah, be confident in yourself and your abilities, but don't be no motherfucker that think can't nobody get on your level, cause it can happen today or tomorrow. It can happen. Ain't nobody above the next man. Ain't no woman above the next woman. Everybody has their own lane and their own path. However you choose to go about your path and be in your lane is how you choose to do. But when you go through that lane and that path and you find out what you need to find out, don't throw it back at other people to make it like your path and your lane is better than theirs. Right? Or that greater success came out of your lane and your path rather than theirs. Don't do that. Because that's not right. You know? So we talk about God and self being God. You have to know and understand what God is and what God is meant for. Right? God is meant to live a fulfilling life. God is meant to learn. God is meant to experience. That's what God is meant for. Whatever you feel make you God, you do it. Right? If whatever helps you, it make you feel like you becoming a better person within yourself, then you God. If you put in work and developing something, you God. That's just what it is. Because God not in everybody. Not everybody is God. It's only a short amount of those who are God. Because most people are taught to preach the word of God. Supposedly the word of God. But you ain't got a lot of people um, that's actually out here um, teaching that God is you. You know, the only ones that do that, like I said, the Muslims. Right? You know, so, you know, that's just what you have out here, though. You know, um, I'm about to go ahead and log off of here. I said what I need to say. Uh, Peace on to the ladies, fellas, ancestors, all that. This is the Big Bam Boom silent. Uh, be back with some more information. probably tomorrow coming up. But that being said, peace, love, and light to y'all out there, and I'm out.